you know what I mean, in certain bachelor levels. They don't teach that. That stuff, macroeconomics, they don't teach that.
But at least the skimming that they do here is
Hmm.
more than the skimming or the in-depth teaching that they do in Jamaica. The skimming that
See
like you said, skimming that
what
they do here, and I'm gonna say skimming because you from a tertiary level where you've studied that differently outside of high school, right?
Mhm.
The
I just,
skimming, the
see
skimming, just the skimming off the top of economics that they teach here in high school is
I,
not taught in Jamaica.
I would say, you know what it is? In capitalism, you get what you pay for. So if you go to certain schools in Jamaica, they teach it differently. Just like in the US. Just like in the US, if you go in certain schools, you get what you pay for. They teach differently. If you go to School of Wharton Business, as opposed to, let's say, Baruch in Manhattan.
In Brooklyn.
Yeah, Baruch. Well, Baruch was in Manhattan and 23rd
Man,
Street.
Lord, yeah. Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, that's a business school. They're good, but the level of teaching is completely different from the Wharton school.
True,
yeah, but you have to understand. You have to understand. We're talking about a mostly third world country that is most
It's
of
a
these
developing country.
educational program are government initiated. It's not private education.
No,
So we need to
I,
look at how
I,
we need
I
to look
covered
at
that.
how a government initiated programs need to gear away from this buying and selling economical practice. Because if you look at Jamaica really and good, right? We are a buying and selling masterclass. There's nobody that can buy and sell better than Jamaican. But the problem is it's hand to mouth.
Okay,
You understand where I'm coming from?
I hear what you're
It's
saying.
hand to mouth. We just need to widen it a little bit and think about other forms of wealth, talk about how to capitalize on the land we have, just like how the government is looking into giving these people title for the land so they can have access to the wealth. I don't know if they understand how these type of practice would
Hey.
implement going forward.
And not to cut you, I just watched the briefing. It was going on as your live was going on. So I went to the Andrew Holness briefness in his administration to hear what they would say. And they said that their goal is to have temporary, so I guess people are going to be, their goal is to move people to semi-permanent. That word is a very important word, semi-permanent. So people may be moved from their land. We don't know what's going to happen to the land, but the lady was communicating that. Also, I have to admit, I'm not JLP supportive, I'm not PNP supportive. It's like I'm not Republican, I'm not Democrat, I'm independent. And I studied a lot of this in the US. But if you do go to I jumped into a JLP site. If you go to the Belgium website, Jamaica did request 400 generators immediately it's on the Belgium website. And so they did request immediate the generators, and they said immediate. So I guess they leveraged a partnership. So in that context, it looked like somebody was like, okay, we need to just try and get some help as it being dispersed on the ground as fast when they hit Jamaica and run in. Oh, sorry about that. So that, at least that part was done. Now, as getting it to the more hard to reach communities, I did a TikTok video on that. Hold on one second. You know, people call me like crazy. So so basically, I'm just saying they could have used drones and other methods, but that's all I wanted to say. I actually listened to it because I wanted to see what was their plan and so forth.
So that's the only plan that you got out of that conversation is they're going to build semi-permanent houses.
They had some more stuff they talked, but the lady did dance around about some other questions, but she said definitely they want to move on semi-permanent homes, housing. And when she said semi-permanent, and they may be moved now, and along the lines what we were talking about, people being displaced from their land and so forth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, so
See the problem with the land displacement issue, right? It goes back to what is necessary for the people them. So you have the people them in land area that is not, it's not quantitative for them as a people. But how do you know this? You have to have proper investigation of this. No, do we have the money for all of that? Or do we gotta just trust the people them when they say, yo, me go there, so. And then another hurricane come again and we in the same position. So if I hear semi-permanent, I'm not thinking about moving the people them from them land. I'm thinking about, the people for the home.
I don't think those are home
I wanna
generators.
know.
From what a lot of people say, they're not home generators.
Okay, so I think if it's not home generator, why would you give it to the people? So that don't kind of make sense to me. There's a lot of little things that we need to just look past it, but we're not gonna look past it because Jamaica Jamaica has a deep connection to politics, and that's not going anywhere soon. So for us to fix any problem in Jamaica, we're gonna have to swim through this mud. The politics not going nowhere. None of that. Everything we see right now, the web, it's not going anywhere.
But
I
Commander,
agree
all
with
right.
you.
But Commander,
I
right?
agree.
The people them we're out of door now, Commander. I'm looking at it to say, instead of them I go do, come I understand generalizing, so probably my statement sounded like I'm generalizing, but no, I'm just talking about those who the hurricane would have hit hard and them no longer have a home. Them no longer within a home, them have to sleep outside. I'm talking
Okay.
to those people. Come understand say, the government have to go do him analysis and him survey and him this and him that because data is important. But can't the government find something right now to put in place to help these people, especially the elderly people?
No, but this is why I feel like it's our responsibility as a people to take some of our initiative back, like what we used to do back in the 80s. Because, all right, number one, right? This is why me not beat the government until me see what they do. Because, number one, right?
I was born in the late 90s, so the UIMS JA 70s, 80s, me can't really speak on that because I don't know.
No, all right. So I was in Gilbert time, right? I was in a bar. We was in the back of a bar that I live across the road from while Gilbert are going. I can still remember the scent of the rum them were mash up outside, and the people them were loot the place and go get free rum and pick up the place. I can still remember that smell as a child. So there's a lot of things I remember about my people that I see slipping away in generation after generation after generation. And this is why I am with the programs that I see today, because I think we need to get back to a place where we can work for it ourselves, because that is where we're coming from. A lot of the socialism program were there, but for majority of black people, even from then, we know we used to work for what we have. We used to mostly
the corruption is the problem in Jamaica, and that's the biggest problem in Jamaica. The corruption down there.
The corruption is a misnomer. I think the corruption is just amplified to a level where you can see that
real. Mm-hmm.
It's amplified to a level because if me going a power right now, you're gonna hear some corrupt by tomorrow. If you go in a power right now, you're going to see a corrupt. You see, when I understand this, you see, if you get too big on social media, you're corrupt. The moment you get a little bit of highlight, you're corrupt. I know my people. I love my people. I understand my people. And because I understand my people, I know what to look past. When we hear words like corruption, I know what it means. When a man is corrupt in Jamaica, nobody talks about him. If Andrew was the corrupt man that people say he is, nobody would talk about him. Yeah. You see the area done them in our community, nobody comes on the internet and talk about them. I'm telling you, I know my people. This is why I'm always going to be neutral. People can say, I'm for the government or I'm not. I am a neutral person. I am a policy over people type of person. Me know the type of bashing when me see them put for Andrew. Andrew is a good leader.
Andrew deserve every bashing he get.
Trust
He
me.
is a leader. Leader deserve bashing. Just like how we bash. Just like how we bash the people, the man in the year, the man there in another country. Andrew is not exempt.
Two different people. Two different people.
That are your opinion. That are your opinion.
No.
So you can have your opinion. Listen to me. You can have your opinion. And because we are in a free world, that my opinion matters, that's your opinion. I can say it's the same shit. I can say Andrew has a bully mentality. Andrew has an aggressive mentality, just like the man here. I don't know if he's comparing himself or he wants to be like him. But Andrew has the same mentality where he's telling people on social media not to talk about him or not to criticize him.
No, he didn't say that.
On the floor, he said it. He's watching. What are you watching? What are you watching? What are you watching?
What I heard him said, right? This is what I heard him say.
I don't care what you heard him say. Me, I tell you, oh, me hear it. When you hear, and when me hear are two different things. You hear it from your JLP ears. Me hear it from my normal woman ears.
It's Jamaica. You have to remember, he's a Jamaican as well. You know, he still have that blood.
Like I said, ancestor. So do I. He can hear it from him JLP ears, and I can hear it from my ears. Because he must say Andrew's a great leader. Me not see it that way there.
I think he's a great leader.
Andrew's a great leader.
I can't say the same thing to Trump about Trump. Trump is a great leader too. Trump too. Trump is a great leader in America too.
That is a mistake.
No. You see, Donald Trump will go down in history.
I don't want to be name sorry.
All right. Let me clarify what I mean when I say about Andrew.
Yes.
Andrew, you're right. Andrew deserve the criticism. He deserved the criticism. And the reason why I say that,
of course.
The reason why I say that is because if it wasn't for the criticism in the last 9 years, I don't think he would be doing this well.
But me don't really see how
I do not think he.
Me personally, let's see how Andrew is making the country prosperous. Because he's been saying that he's going to take the country out of poverty to prosperity, but yet still I'm seeing the opposite of that every